put it onto here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I can do a quick wee trip now when no one knows. Cool. Cool. Well, I don't want to get up part way and like spoil it for you, so I'll just now and then come back in. Yeah, cool. Oh, cool. Okay. Wicked. All right. Catch you in a minute then. I've just put the YouTube app on the iPad at the side of me, just so it would, to see what was going on at the same time. And I didn't realize that you could like do all that sort of thing where you've got, you know, all the, like the multiple things set up all at once. You know how you, like you say with the scenes. Although my mic's not muted on it, so now hearing all my lag time, like 5 minutes after I've said something.
So tell me what you're thinking of. Show me how to get love. So tell me what you're thinking of. Show me how to get love.
Hello. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another live show. Well, a show. I say show. For those of you who are observant and obviously keep in touch via Instagram and whatnot have you, I do have a special guest with me today, and that is, and it's like on what's it called? Single Man, reveal yourself. I've got Mr. Pedal Slip himself, and I've lost him. Where is he? There he is. Hey. Right, so this is the first time that I've got a guest on here. So if there's any issues, please comment below in the chat. That would be much appreciated because, well, to be honest with you, and this is no stab at casual mountain biker. It's looking a bit more professional than it used to. If it wasn't for Justin, no, I wouldn't have got anything done with the stream software and stuff like this. So I'm very grateful for him. And I do miss his content as well. But he's got like 6,000 children to look after at the moment because he's a busy man. Anyways, back onto today's stream. So welcome along. Say hello in the chat. What you drinking? Who you drinking? All that kind of stuff. And if you got any snacks or anything like that, all that good stuff. So me and Lou today are going to be chatting about all things mountain biking. We're going to have a game of Gnar Bingo, and we're going to be discussing a few other little bits and pieces regarding photography as well. So for those of you who don't know, Mr. Pedal Slip Lou is a fantastic photographer. He goes on Instagram and blows your mind with his beautiful images. And yeah, it's been. I think we've been friends for quite a while now, haven't we?
Yeah. Well, that's a very kind way of introducing me. That's I'm on Instagram. You can check out photos. I take pictures and put them there. But yeah, we've been backwards and forwards chit chatting for a while, haven't we? So
of course,
very glad to join you this fine evening.
It is a fine evening. The sun's out. I'm concerned. Something's gone wrong.
And now the clocks have changed. It's still light, which is
I know. I was like,
the best.
When I first started the stream, it was dark, so like things were looking really cool and like neon how I wanted it. And now I'm fucking plagued with daylight.
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago you had the purple LEDs all around the outside, didn't you? So
yeah, mate.
And then last week caught the sunshine in the window behind you.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, but this is part and parcel of coming into summer. Now, as a photographer who likes to shoot long exposure at night time, I don't like summer too much. You get to that time, it's like it should be dark now, and it's just like no.
Although it does mean post work rides.
There is that as well.
There's a positive to the lighter nights.
If there's alcohol involved, it's always a positive. But there you go. But this is the thing though, like we're getting into the lighter nights. Post-ride drinks are, looking to be a viable option soon. Depends on where you ride and what's available nearby, if there's any pubs and stuff like this. Because obviously the restrictions have been changed as well. So the restrictions are now enforced that you can meet up with people, socially distance. No fucker's gonna do that. I don't think I've ever seen any group of socially distanced riders. I mean, I've seen the odd one or two, but I mean, I'm gonna rat my neighbour out, the one that lives over the road. There's
Sell them out live on
fuckers.
YouTube. There'll be a
Literally,
knock
as soon
on
as the
door
restrictions
at the end of
changed,
this, before the end of this
fuckers-
live stream.
they're gonna no seriously. They're having a party in the house.
No.
Yeah,
Now.
yeah. Literally, now I could literally get. I'll get me 70 to 200 and I'll stick it in the house. I'll just like
I mean-
zooming it in.
Forget the Gnar Bingo. Just get straight on. This now is a live stream on how to rat out a neighbour.
Apparently, one of them used to be a stripper as well. I mean, maybe it's the Tuesday club or something like that, but a stripper nonetheless. But there you go. But yeah, so basically, it's changed a lot of things. People are going to be able to get out a lot more. I'm going to see. This is the thing now, because I was thinking about this. I was thinking, what's going to happen? I've just realised that my fucking battery's going to die, so I'm going to have to change the camera out in a minute. But no worries.
Live stream problems.
Oh, I know. All the time. Yeah, so basically, I want to be able to get some shots. I want to get back into the rhythm of shooting photographs of people and stuff like this. And, there's a few companies that's been dishing out. So this has been an idea that I've had. There's a few companies that's been dishing out, what would you call it? Sponsorship via payment. Oh no, is it sponsorship? That's not sponsorship, is it? No, it's brand ambassador.
An ambassador, yeah.
If you buy from us, we will give you 10% off yearly, or something like that.
Yeah, sell to you cheap and then give you a discount code to give to your followers so that they can get money off of a product which may or may not. I mean, I have very little experience with ambassadorships, but may or may not already have the 10% added to it so that you can then give the following the 10% off. That makes sense.
I believe that is the case with these things. I believe it is, but I'm not like 1,000% sure.
No, nor am I, and I'm probably a little bit skeptical of it.
Well, I did remember asking you a couple of questions regarding this, and I was like, well, what is the crack with this? Because I wasn't too sure, and you kind of really driven the point home that it is X, Y, and Z. It wasn't like personal. It wasn't like, don't do this because they're a bunch of robbing bastards or whatever like this. It was like, this is literally the point. This is what they do. This is the gimmick. This is the sales pitch. This is whatever you want to call it, and this is how they get people into the brand. And I was like, I see that.
Yeah, and I do think there are legit companies out there with real ambassador schemes. Yeah, so Elliot Brown, the watch company, when you see the people that they're bringing on as ambassadors, they're people who are like self-rowing around the entire world and things like that. And they're the top of the game, and they're for me are the real deal.
People who have actual like net worth, or people have some sort of like worth to give back to the company.
Yeah,
in the form of
pinnacle of what it is that so Elliot Browns are all about, and I'm again not an ambassador for them, so although would love to be. But yeah, so they are an adventure based watch company. They're the people who started Animal, the watches and all that sort of thing. So that's what they do. They make watches for saltwater, basically. If you're a diver or a sailor or a surfer, or you want one of their watches, and so they're picking the people who are really pushing the boundaries to be their ambassadors, and I think that's great.
Yeah.
Sometimes, some other brands might be just picking, I don't know, some bloke who's agreed to post a couple of photos every day, just tagging them in it, just to churn out content. And for me, that's where it turns it off for me.
Turns sour a bit. Like,
yeah.
I find that this is one of the reasons what I did enjoy about your content was the fact that you were like, I don't pick a product that I don't like and don't use myself. And this was the issue that I've had quite a lot. I've been like, why do these people like just churn out like absolute for lack of a better phrase, dog shit. Brutally honest, because some of the stuff that gets put out there is dog shit, and then people just eat it up because it's like it's been put on social media and it's been given, some kind of a bit of tinsel on it, a bit of makeup on it or whatever, polished a turd, it's still a turd, and then they eat it up, and it really frustrates me because one, I don't want people to have something shitty. I want them to have a good product. I want them to enjoy something that's going to give them something worth, give them a worth, And then you see people just kind of eating up this, and I think you could get a better product that's going to last longer, and it's going to, it's going to help a smaller brand and not this big massive company. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and name. I think people generally know. Mad Echo. Oh dear. Let's have a listen to these. I knew this would happen. Let's have a look. I think people generally know. Mad Echo. Oh dear. Let's have a listen to these. I knew this would happen. I'm not getting any echo. Is it you, Mr. Lou?
I haven't. I've got the headphones in, so I'm hoping not.
Yeah, I'm getting echo. Yeah. Now it's like really delayed today. I really don't know what's going on. Thanks, Dan.
It's my fault then, hey?
It's all your fault. Mute output. Wow. This could be turned really, because for me, I'm very much I like to have things done properly. If it doesn't work, I'm like, no.
Yeah, too right.
Chat. Monitor off.
It's a good job, Dan, that you shouted out. Sorry, I'm probably echoing right now, but it's a good job that you shouted it out. So
you won't even realise until later on. It's very delayed. How bizarre. I wonder if I took you off now, it would probably be fine. Let's give me just a secondo. I mean, I jinxed this by saying, going back to the times of when me and Justin used to do it. And now it's just it's happening all again. I'm going to add you in. Guest audio. Add source. Right. I wonder if that's worked or not. I mean, you've disappeared, so. Remove.
Oh yeah, I see the screen on the side here.
Yeah. Right, and then what I'm going to do is.
Oh yeah, I see the
I've got WhatsApp.
screen.
Oh, this is riveting stuff, by the way. This is my concentration face. Streamlabs, Skype.
The three people now sat live are thinking,
What
wow.
I got into. Nope, didn't want that. Done that.
The three people now sat live are thinking,
What
wow.
There is a way to. Basically, there was a way to like crop this, so I could just have like the cam, like the webcam. But apparently, it doesn't want to do that anymore. There we go. Let the center area. Yeah. How's that echo sounding now, Mr. Dan? Better not be showing its face around here no more.
It's almost like I don't talk now. Just sit in the corner, quiet, just nod. Maybe you say
text.
something. Yeah. Just like thumbs up and thumbs down. Try my best to join in with a conversation like that.
Right, okay, so we're back. Sort of, possibly. I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out. We will find out. I don't know, like, the delay just really, it really bugs us, because it's like, I know it's going to happen because there has to be a source, and it has to go through that source to go onto there, but we will find out. I don't know, like, the delay just really, it really bugs us.
Oh, it's not that bad of a delay. That's
I know it's going to happen because
only
there
about
has to be a source.
20-30 seconds away.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still echoing. I really don't get that. Really don't get that. It's like, it's just because the reason why there should be echo really is because of what's going on with like speakers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm silent on this side. I did just check.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw, but I just removed the headphones, have a little sneaky listen, and I've got nothing other than what's on my headphones.
Let's go with it.
But
George is in the house. Hey, George.
No delay. Yeah, no echo. Oh, maybe you've done it. Oh no, hey. Haha, no echo now. Just his volume is mega loud. Sorry, Dan. Let me. I have a dial on the front of this new microphone. It's the first time I've used it, so apologies,
perfect.
Dan.
George, George says it seems perfect. He's just jinxed it now.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna go tits up.
How's that
gonna
done?
interfere with it.
I've turned it down a little bit.
There we go. Right, let's crack on with the screen. The screen. So basically, as I was saying before, before the delay interrupted me.
Hey, thanks for sticking with us, Dan.
Yeah, appreciate it, mate. He's a good egg. He's a good egg. Yeah, that's fine now. Sweet.
Yeah, so basically, you were in the middle of prompting me to fire at all brands with ambassadors. That's where we were going.
Essentially, yeah. So I'm making it out like you're some kind of like hellion who's just after small brands or big brands who are just got this weird sort of like conscription scheme going on. But no, it's a genuine thing which I think needs to be addressed, because a small amount of reverb on Lou's coming from his room, I imagine. That's fine. That's all Lou's fault. It's got nothing to do with me, so.
Let's get some sound panels in here or something.
But I think it does need to be addressed, because like there is an element, like especially like from the likes of you and me, and there's well, I wouldn't say 100, but like there's quite a few people who actually make good content, like content that is actually worth watching, and there's some people who just put absolute dog shit out there and they go like, get all the likes. Like I had an argument with this kid a few weeks back, and I was really on a warpath with this sort of stuff. It was just like he nicked videos like, well, this this is a rabbit hole and a half. The kid had nicked the video. Well, he didn't nicked it. He'd reused it, but he'd actually posted it as his own. So, like,
Okay.
he was like, check out this video. If you know the rider, or if you know the owner of the video, tag them. I was like, why don't you just find out who it was first, ask them, and then post it? That would make a bit more sense. Then you wouldn't have the issue of like going, oh, tag him. Then he was like, yeah, that's how social media works, bro. I'm like, did you just fucking bro me, bro? I was just like, no, son, that's not how it works. And then it turned out he loves mountain biking so much, but he can't mountain bike because there's no mountain biking nearby him and he can't afford a bike. But he wants to mountain bike one day, and I was like, bro! I was like, listen, there's ways around this, man. I mean, I'm not trying to sit here and go, fuck off, don't ride bikes, don't get interested in it, but there's ways around it. There's
I
ways
think
to
the
do
vast
things.
majority of people who are making stuff are happy with it being shared to some degree. So long as you're not making any money on it, it's because the stuff I'm posting to Instagram, I'm not making any money on. So long as so long as the other person's also not making any money on it, then it's almost like I don't mind it being shared. It's when somebody takes it and claims it as their own that's the real kick in the teeth.
Yeah, this is the thing though. Like you and me have both been in these situations before. I'd imagine probably you more than me, but my sort of like main source of format on Instagram is, as everyone knows, photography. Like I produce I would say pretty decent images, and I've taken photos of people. And I've asked in the past for people to say, can you just tag us in it so people know it's me?
Yeah.
What is money? Yeah, George, it's a myth. It's like Greek mythology. It's like Pandora's box. Once you open it, it just takes everything from you.
Yeah, you have to not get him started on money as well, because
Should we get George on next week?
Absolutely. you would have such a good, deep conversation with George. He has a totally brilliant way of seeing the world and the way politics works, and his ideas are well worth a discussion.
We need to do that.
100%.
It's like, George, we've booked you. I've spoke to your agent, Lou.
You just have to cut me in now.
Yeah, we've been summoned. But it's vastly interesting to see how, like, a lot. The thing is, though, I've got a very this might go deep.
Okay.
But everything that we have, anything from like our Ford Pro, I can talk. Yeah, same. Probably wouldn't do this now, actually. But like my sort of belief is that like everything's man-made to the point, like not obviously apart from like natural things, but like like any sort of thought process. So like, for example, murder is wrong. So murder is wrong. Why is murder wrong? Well, because we've said so. It's a law, but the law is man-made. Did somebody kill somebody ages ago and go, I don't like that you've taken somebody that I like away from me, I'm going to make that into a law, and then it produces from there, and it kind of evolves into every aspect of life whatsoever. Like, so for example, like why are e-bikes banned in certain places, or why do you have to have an NDA form for photography, or why do you have to have a DBS form to do X, Y, and Z, or whatever? So it's there's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah, you're almost saying that the concept isn't unique. It's nobody's own thoughts are unique, because the concept has already been predetermined by somebody else or some other time.
Yeah.
Is that what you get at?
Essentially, yeah. So basically what happens is, like, from the likes of people who are successful, they're playing that that role very well. So, for example, let's talk like just quickly. If you don't know who Peter McKinnon is, he's a photographer. He fits a very broad genre of, because he's like, when you think of people who are, you put them into categories, like for example nerds or jocks or whatever. Like for example, like he fits into so many different genres, like, and then he's playing this like life algorithm, if you will, and he's doing really well with, if I do X, Y, and Z, then I can reap X, Y, and Z and stuff like this. So, for example, like these photography stuff, he puts out some really good stuff, but he's hit the right buttons and he's pushed the right buttons to be able to get the best result from that, etc. Like, so for example, like for yourself, like with the Red Bull photos, like I'll always, like they always stick in my mind, despite the fact that you've got plenty of work which is absolutely stunning and I do like it. The Red Bull stuff was like, it was fantastic because the obvious reasons is it's Red Bull. You took some photographs of some famous people. You've took some top-notch stuff, and it's high-level sort of stuff. There's a story behind it, extra, etc., etc. And that's why I like that, because it's real. And this is what it is with like these with these brands and stuff like this. Like, I want something real. I want them to give me something that's real. I want them to go, like, for example, like the Alley Cats new video. That was fantastic because it was just stupid. It was just like, we're going to just sling mud off our athletes to show that the mud doesn't go underneath the glasses or around the glasses, etc., etc. Stuff like that is genuine and it's real and it's like, it's clever, but it's like, if, say for example, if I'm in a bar and I'm talking to a girl that's really intelligent, like I'm more interested in her than somebody who's a bit ditzy, and that's just what it is. Like, intelligence is an attractant. So like, if I've got a brand who's selling me something in a clever way, then I'm more likely to pay attention to that.
Right, and that's where you're going with the ambassadors for some of these companies that have 200-300 ambassadors that are maybe not selling it in an authentic way.
Yeah,
that's that's the issue, isn't it? It's authenticity. If people are genuine and interested in creating things that matter to you, then they've already won you. Whereas if they're just creating things to churn it out because they've got a discount that they have to that they can use if they post 2 or 3 times a day, then they're not creating genuine things, and that's the bit that turns everybody off.
Yeah, exactly. I get turned off by something that's just like, like somebody posted. I mean, I'm not going to mention groups' names and whatever, but like, they went, "I've got this thing. I've just become an ambassador. Like, you should get 10% off with this code." And I was like, I've seen countless numbers of people. You're not doing me a favor. I can go to the company and go, "Can I have a 10% off code?" And they'll go, "Yes, here you go."
Yeah.
You're not doing me any favors. You're basically keeping track of the people who have signed up for your ambassador program, who've paid money for the object, and have also got the discount, which is the same as what I'm going to get. Like, you're giving somebody money to say, "Make us more money." As opposed to like you and me, where it's like, "Could you produce something for us, which is, photography, cinematography, etc. Can you give us some kind of branding or anything like this?" Like, I recently did a logo for somebody, and it was all about that sort of like, what can I give this company to give to the world, as opposed to like, it's just a standard logo, it's just a standard like sort of thing, because photographs are brand name 10 for this. Yeah, exactly. It's brand name 10. Yeah, exactly. I actually I did some work. I mean, you've seen the stuff I've done for Interflon. I did the work for them.
Yeah.
Like, none of that was paid. Like, I was just kind of like, look, I've got this skill set which I believe would help you guys out. I want to make some videos. I want to do this. Is there anything we can do to work
Yeah,
together?
Is there a way that
to
we can work
produce
together?
something?
Yeah.
And they said, yeah. They weren't even reluctant at it. They weren't like, we'll ask, we'll see. They were like, yeah, absolutely, we'll send you something straight. I was like,
Yeah, of course.
okay.
And if the brand's smart, then when somebody's saying we're gonna make we've got even a couple of hundred followers. If you've got an Instagram account that's not that big, you can still be, for lack of a better word, because I hate the word, but you can influence still, because I know, right? But in a positive way.
Influencer.
You can. The problem with that word is because of the people who are creating things just to create things, just to meet that criteria that some brand has set out for them, just to tick that box. That's the issue with influencers. If and I hate the word because that's the connotation that everybody has. But if you're doing it properly and you are influencing someone, then that's not necessarily a negative thing. We've all been influenced by people. We're influenced by professional athletes. Mm-hmm. They're influencers. We're influenced by our friends and our family, and they're the people who are influencing it. But some of those people have done it in such a way that they've created something that's meaningful, holds value, and they're the ones that you cling on to most. Mm-hmm. And I think if more people did that, then there wouldn't be an issue with influencers or ambassadors. There'd just be quality content. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. I actually genuinely thought that was the Pornhub soundtrack. Just came on there on Spotify.
I can't hear the music. So.
It's playing through my headphones because I got a bit of a rhythm going with it and stuff. And I was like, okay, that's where we're going with this. But no, 100%. Like, if you say, this is where, like, if you go back to like the 60s and 70s, you had these household names. They were genuine household names. They were actual, like, this is Partridgeson's lemon cleaner. This is actual. The man Partridgeson made this lemon cleaner in his house somewhere in Warminster, and he did it himself. Stuff like that is mega important, because those are the days where, like, you had a face to the brand, and this is where it comes in. I really want a face to the brand. I want to know who's selling me this product. I want to know, does this person, have a personality? Are they like genuine, or are they just somebody who's just on a get rich scheme quick, or whatever?
Yeah, and almost like, what's the motives behind it? If they're clear motives. So to take the cleaner anecdote, if somebody's created a cleaner that actually cleans and does a decent job and is putting it out there, and the motive is to share the successful product with people, to create value for those people, then fine. But if it's bottled water that says it's a cleaning product, and they are giving it to everybody and then providing a little kickback for those people that are talking about it, that's the issue. And the problem is that the vast majority of people want to do the bottled water thing to make money, rather than spend the time to find something that actually is the real deal and share that.
This is why I like Interflon, because they've never purposely went out and they've give people free samples and said, yeah, try it, see what you think. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, we don't care. Like, they're they're an internationally global, like they're a brand that does global sort of lubricants and bits and pieces like this. Like, they do not care, like, if this thing takes off. They're doing this for the fun of it. They're doing this for, well, not the fun of it, but like, they're doing this because it's something else that they can kind of provide to people. They can go, look, we've got this really cool product. Like, we want to give it to you. We want you to buy it. We're a business. But we're not gonna say, it's this super duper magical cleaner stuff that'll, take the paint off anything or whatever, and it'll keep it greased up for weeks, and it's just watered down oil. you know, it's like a bottle of olive oil or something, then
Yeah.
you know, they're not like that. They're very much they're like a
They're
company-
saying this is a train oil, and that's all it is, but it works.
yeah, a spade's a spade.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Yeah,
that's
I can
what
get
I
on board
want.
with that.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like bullshit. I don't want someone to give me bullshit. I don't want
Yeah.
somebody to feed me honey and lies and go. It's all. It's like, you know, like imagine some of these brands like back in the days of the cowboys, and it's like, this is my health elixir, and he's got like his wagon full of all sorts of weird shit, and it's just filled with like heroin and cocaine, and it's just
snake
like this,
oil.
Yeah, there's a snake in my boot.
Yeah, just sell it for what it is. Say,
Yeah.
you know, if it's chain oil, tell us it's chain oil, but tell us it's good, and then
Show
we'll
us
buy
it's
it,
good.
and then we'll see. And if it's, you know, bike tires, tell us they're good, and you know, we'll buy it and we'll see.
Yeah,
And I think the reviews online, especially through Instagram, are so George just hit again in the chat, bias.
Yeah, 100%.
They're totally. Alternatively, though, I find that Twitter provides some real honest, stripped back reviews. So, if I'm going to buy something, I tend to go Twitter side of things and ask people what they really think. It seems to be that Twitter's a bit more. The people are open to be negative, to slacking people off.
Yeah.
Twitter's where that happens.
I honestly don't know how I've survived on social media this far. I don't know how somebody hasn't like cut my balls off yet. I'm really surprised, to be honest with you. I must be doing something okay by this point. So I was like, okay. But it's,
your video, especially the last one, your production quality has gone through the roof.
High praise indeed, good sir. High praise indeed.
Speaking truth.
I'm just sick of. It sounds like I'm slagging other like content creators out there off and stuff, but I'm not. Like, I'm sick of the boring, like the usual sort of format, which is like, hello, I'm going to ride my bike today. Rides bike. I hope you enjoyed riding the bike with us today. Subscribe. I'm like, why? I can go ride my bike. I can go into my shed now. I can unlock that shed. I can pull my bike out and I can go and ride. Why should I subscribe to you? Did you make us laugh, or did you just make us seasick?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I think the golden rule is that you've got to do one of two things. You've either got to provide value or you've got to provide entertainment. Mm-hmm. Even better if you can do both in the same thing, exactly. Whether that's a photo or a video or even a podcast, which is maybe something we could talk about later. But if you can provide entertainment or value or both, then you win. If you can provide neither, that's just more mess in an already saturated thing. You're not going to find any people out there to come and see it. You're going to find the odd one or two that are going to hang about because they like GoPro footage when they're eating their breakfast on a Saturday morning.
100%. And I'm not necessarily sitting there going, don't make that content. Like, I hate yous, like, you're shit, you're nothing. Like, no, absolutely. Like, some really good content has came from that sort of point of view, sort of like that format, which, you know, and I've done it myself, like 100%. But like,
we have,
I like to try and add a little bit of something into the format as well. Like, maybe like I'll cut in a little joke or I'll cut in something else. I always like to break things up and stuff like this. But like, I just get frustrated because there's somebody who could literally just get off their bike for 2 seconds, put their camera down, hike back up, get another shot. Like, yeah,
I think maybe we've got into a little, almost like a little bit of time where we've just spent having a go at people, and it's not that we're having a go; it's that it's sometimes frustrating to see the same thing.
It's frustrating to see people not being their best.
It's frustration. Yes. Yeah.
They could produce something that looks really cool.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Like, because some people. Oh, there we go. I'm gone. Hang on a second. I'll change me. It was going well, but this is the thing. Like, these sort of things, they could. You know, they could be so much better. And I get that some people just don't want to do that. Like, I
Oh yeah,
understand
you're
that.
happy. You know, if you are happy taking making the same thing as everybody else, then fair play to you. If that's what you want to do, go for it. You go for it. But then you kind of have to know that if you're going to do the same thing as everybody else, then you're going to have the end thing is going to be the same as everybody else.
It's when you stop making the same thing as everyone else and expect to be, brought up to the top. That's when the issues start, because it's like,
yeah, and the people we're sort of talking about here are the people that are expecting to work with brands and expecting to get free bikes. You know, how many people do you hear asking bike companies nowadays for, can we have a free bike, or can we have free tires, or can we get free wheels? Or you don't get any of that stuff. There's no such thing as free.
Mate, I had somebody ask me about it. I was like, do you get free stuff? I was like, no. And I've had somebody said, like, the message to me, and they were like, is there any chance we could do like a sponsorship? Could you sponsor me, please? Like, could I get some parts and stuff? And I'll
shout the channel out.
I'm like, I'm flattered that you think that I'm worth something like that I can just give you free parts. I was like, mate, if I want free parts, they're coming to me. Like, 100%.
Yeah. I think there's an expectation that if you've got a YouTube channel, or you've got a big Twitter following, or you've got, I don't know, some number attached to something, that somehow you automatically make money from that, and you don't. That doesn't happen. And that's why there's no such thing as free. It's because if you do get, if somebody puts something your way, then the expectation shouldn't be that you can just hang on to that stuff. It should be that you then provide some value back for the people that gave you the thing in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so it's not free.
It all comes back to value. Like, what can you offer to somebody that's going to, benefit everybody else? It's like if you were to have, for example, it's like, say the world's just ended. It's the apocalypse.
Oh, dark.
And you've met a group of survivors.
It's post-COVID.
Post-COVID. It's literally 2021.
They're after lockdown. It's April the 2nd. The world was over.
April 1st. April Fools. It's the end of the world. Fuck. And you've got like
this sounds like a film.
You know what? It sounds like every post-apocalyptic film I've seen. I was like watching something the other day, and I was like, actually, shit's starting to seem a bit sci-fi now.
Yeah. April 2nd, 2020. COVID struck the earth. No, go on. Sorry.
It is that though. It's like, but then see if you've got like a commune. Say for example, if it's like you need someone who knows how to weld, you need someone who knows basic farming. You need people with specific skills to be able to do something, and that's what it is. Like, you need, like, skills have a play within, like, a community and things like this, and that's what we should all be about. We should be about. I'm not necessarily saying that you should be qualified to be able to go on YouTube, because that's not what YouTube's all about. Some of the best YouTubers in the world have came from absolutely nothing. They've been like, they stood at the webcam and they went, "Hello, I'm such and such." And then now they've got millions of subscribers and they're earning a lot of money. There's a few people I know who, earn a little bit of money from YouTube. Oh, Shane, how we doing? But if you look at the safe, that's, I think, I'm not 100%, but Wolfpack Adventures.
Okay, yeah.
I'm fairly sure their income, or some of their income, this is just a guess. I'm fairly sure like any income that would be coming from social media is from their Patreon pages. So for example, like Amanda, she does, I think she does like social media sort of like help and stuff like this, where she'll give advice and this.
Okay, like a consultant.
Yeah, it's like a consultancy sort of type thing, which is like that's that in itself is value, because it's like you're but it's double the value because you're then giving people the right information and going like, don't be a knobhead and do this. If you do this, you'll be all right. This is what we want to see. This is what social media should be. And it's like, you know, like when I'm teaching the kids skiing and stuff like this, like I'm influencing them, and I've got so much influence over these kids for that short amount of time. It's unbelievable. It's almost like it's almost like a burden in one's tiny aspect, because it's like you kind of put the pressure on yourself to go, right, okay, I need to influence these small minds. I need to kind of mold it in a way that is positive. And I think with this series that I'm doing at the moment, like I'm trying to basically influence people in one aspect to be able to do better, not only for social media, but for themselves, to better themselves and to better, you know, the platform. Because I'm sick of seeing, like, do you know what I'm sick of seeing? I'm sick of seeing big booty bitches in fucking little tiny shorts and like Louis Vuitton like trainers on and a full face helmet going, look at me. And they've got a downhill bike there, and I'm like, you fucking never rode that in your life. Like, I get that that's a thing, or if, you know, if you see a I don't know, like a bloke in a 6-pack in a pair of pants or something, I don't know. We're all inclusive here. That sort of stuff, I don't care for that sort of stuff. That's not.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here going, don't be fun, but like it's just dog shit.
Yeah, and I think it's important that we maybe for the people who are just tuning in now, or if you're watching back, you know, later, what we're talking about are. I hate the phrase again, but our content creators. We're talking about those people who are putting time, energy, effort to try and turn whatever it is they're doing online into something just that level up, just that notch on from just being a personal account. There's nothing wrong with you know, I have a personal account that I just chuck some things on every now and then, and it's not, you know, it's not really trying to do anything with it. But if you're somebody who's putting time or effort or energy into something to share with other people, to add value or to entertain, and are therefore a content creator, then we're talking about those. We're talking about those people, aren't we? You know, do something different. Don't just do the same.
Be unique.
Yeah. And
it's very difficult. It's easier said than done. That is so.
Of course.
It's so difficult, especially in this world where you've got like the big name brands which are pumping out content left, right, and centre, which inadvertently they cause the reasons for you to make that content. Like, for example, like some of the big name photographers, they're going to be going like, this is my content, this is how you make content, and inadvertently you make it like that. And then I see a lot of brands or a lot of like content creators or influencers, I see them acting like their favorite YouTubers, or I see them acting like. I take a lot of influence and inspiration from a lot of different backgrounds. Like some of the stuff that I watch, that people would be probably a bit like, really, you watch that? It's like I take aspects of that, like I really do like that, but like, is that me? I've got to ask myself, is that me? Do I do that? Do I portray that in my normal day-to-day life? Do I say those phrases? Do I say those sentences? Like, is that in my vocabulary? Like, it's fair enough, like, for that sort of aspect to kind of like, you know, that's where you need to. It's a funny one, because like then at this point you're kind of almost being fake, but you kind of you're trying to be a brand as well, and a brand is not always like my brand of the Northern Rider is me. It's just me. Like I don't put any act on or anything like this. Like it's just a self sort of like look at myself, really, to be honest.
I think that's a good way of phrasing it, is that rather than considering yourself a content creator, you consider your personal brand. That's what you're doing, and that's what you're putting the time and energy into. And you're taking inspiration from other people's personal brands and trying to shoehorn that into something that's authentically you at the same time, and that's great. Isn't that what we all should do?
Yeah, 100%. Because like, you wouldn't go out in the street and start, whipping your knob out and pissing everywhere.
No.
Exactly. So you're your own personal brand. Like if say for example you are 18 years old, Lou. You're hot to trot. You've got your hair gelled.
I'm really concerned about where this is going.
You've right. Bear with us.
Okay.
You're hot to trot. You're going out on the night out with the lads, and you're talking to a girl. You're not going to just start, you're not going to whip a salmon out or something and be like, would you like to buy a salmon? That's not your brand. Like you're going to give Mr. Pedal Slip. You're going to be like, I produce high quality content on Instagram, and it's just be like, bang, gone.
Here's my profile.
Look how many subscribers I have.
Would you care for a drink?
And that's what it is, though. Like your own personal brand, like portray to people who you are, but portray to people like who you should be as well. Like
and keep it salmon. Say that.
Keep it salmon. That could be a new phrase. Right, let's have. So we've got Shane. Good, thanks.
This was deep. So.
After mountain biking yesterday and skate park today, looking forward to a day of doing nothing. Hope it was well. Yeah, everything's good with us, Shane. I hope you've enjoyed the skate park. I know it takes its toll.
You used to ride a fair bit of skate park, didn't you?
Yes, quite a bit.
There was a series of, I say series. There were a few videos where you were sort of 180 in the skate park and whatnot, weren't there?
2 videos or something, like 2 or 3 videos, yeah.
You still ride skate park now then, or?
Joe just stitched you up, yeah, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and in a way, here we go. Personal brand. I'm pleased with that. There's just the one for me.
There you go. Smooth operator. I've already fallen in love, so there you go. There we go. Sorry, ladies and gents. he's taken away.
Spoken for.
George, I appreciate the effort you're trying to stitch him up. I do. Serious note, it's hard for new creators. Algorithms and lack of time for consumers leads to the big people getting bigger. 100%, you are a grain of sand in the universe. Nobody cares about you. Nobody could care less. None of the brands know who you are.
Yeah, then this is the proverbial you. He's not talking it's not pointing at you and saying, "You there? Yes, you. You're nothing." He's talking about you generally. Just before anyone comments.
But this is one of the things as well. Like, I put myself out there as a useless idiot who can't fix bikes, and that's the brand. And I've pulled it off well so far.
I think that's what Shane's saying as well. So he has put, I enjoy mixing my personal life with business content on social media. I think that makes things less spammy. It definitely will. And hopefully makes me see more human instead of just posting products all the time.
100%, because for me,
Definitely.
My graphic design stuff, I've put a lot of me. That's a lot of... It's really weird to say this, but I put a lot of emotions into my artwork and stuff like this, and I put a lot of F's in the chat, definitely. But I put a lot of me, my personality into it, and I speak to people in that way as well. Yeah, Total MTB's in the chat. Get in there. Welcome along. We're talking about big booty bitches and
and taking a salmon to a night out with you.
Lou's absolute adornment for salmon. Yeah. I'm going to do that now.
We've battled with echo microphones, and
first 10 minutes.
Yeah, we've basically just finished ranting, so now it's the perfect time to to join.
But there is there's a lot that can. Gareth Lund's in the house. There we go. What are you up to, Gareth? I see you back again. Can I get rid of you? Can we? He just keeps coming back for more. There's a lot to be said about like social media and stuff like this. It is absolutely toxic to the absolute brims, but there is some little nuggets in there, which this is part of what I was wanting to do, was like advertising good brands or good people who I believe, like not just someone who's I'm all for X, Y, and Z, and they're not really. They're just using that as a platform to boost them because it's socially acceptable as really, really good or whatever.
Yeah.
As somebody who understands the inner rectum of mental health, as you will, like I see a lot of people.
That's a good way of phrasing that. I like that. I'm going to use that.
It's a good one, isn't it?
That sums it up.
The inner rectum. There's a lot of people who use it as their sort of like shield.
Yeah, for sure.
And they use it as a platform because it's doing good, and it's not like you have to actually do good, not just talk about yourself. You actually need to put good out there to get good back. So I'm trying to, it's not, because I feel like sometimes I'm kind of ramming an opinion down someone's throat by saying you should follow this person. But what I'm really trying to do is just go, look, I think that this person is really worth looking at. You should spend, if you're going to spend your time on social media, this person's content is really nice, and I really want people to see the good instead of having like
curate
dog
your
shit.
feed a little bit and make sure that the people that you are following are the people that are good also for you, and their view of the world is aligned with yours. I don't think we should surround ourselves in an echo bubble, just because then we have no alternative opinions and it closes our minds. But this is deep now. But I do think that you should curate your Instagram feed, your Twitter feed, your Facebook. And whenever it stops doing good for you, that is when you will stop doing good for it, and that's the time to stop.
Yeah, because I'm very guilty of this, which is like I'll quite often have something like I see people making some stupid comments, and I'm not interested in the group anymore because it's just filled with stupid people, and I go, do you know what? Fuck it. That's it. I'm not interested in them, and I'll say something like you're an idiot. Or something along those lines, and I'll be like, look, I don't think what you're saying is like actually like plausible in planet Earth or this galaxy for that matter. So it's like you get a lot of people like that who would just drive me up the wall, and I'm like, I think there's times where like I'll write a message out and I'll delete it because I'll go like, do I really need to say this? Does that person actually genuinely really need to hear this? Like, if they're an idiot, they're going to find out one way or another. It doesn't have to come from me. I don't get any satisfaction from calling them an idiot because they're not going to believe us.
Yeah, save yourself the battle with it. Because that's not good for you either. Yeah, so George has just made a comment of New Bike. That's his Facebook groups. You join all the Facebook groups whenever you post anything in the Facebook group. There are a lot of others that do it too.
Fucking Filthy Rides is dog shit.
I initially joined lots of Facebook groups and then had to leave just because whenever you posted anything, it feels like my bottom bracket is a bit creaky. Do you think it's time for a new one, or should I take it out, clean it, re-grease it, and put it back in? What do you think? New bike. Okay, new bike. Never mind then. What about, I feel like changing my grips. Has anyone got any experience with X brand, just as any sort of honest reviews? Oh no, you don't need to change grips, you need a new bike. New bike. Shall we have an actual conversation, or... Yeah.
It got old quick. I mean, we're not sitting here going... If you dare ever think about bringing a little bit of an ounce of fun into this conversation,
oh God, no,
we'll fuck you over. It's not that. It's just it got old. It's like the joke at school that everyone laughed at for like 6 months, and then it was just like it got old, and then it just became brand new again all of a sudden, and I was just like, oh, real men aren't on Facebook. Gareth, you messaged me on Facebook yesterday. Yeah, I think thing is though, like I really want to get off Facebook, but I've got a lot of friends who live abroad who are predominantly like I don't call them, I don't have their numbers, like I'll speak to them through Facebook or whatever. Like I'm sure I'm on a WhatsApp group with them somewhere, but you know, like I still like to kind of like have a visual representation of what's going on with them. So like, you know, it's kind of like I've seen them, but not the same aspect as well. So
Yeah, family. I find that all my older relatives have recently all bought iPads and figured out how to use Facebook, and so they're all on Facebook. It's not something, because it's nice for them to see, you know, my personal life, which is not shared on any other platform. It's on Facebook because I can keep it locked down.
Yeah.
And I could do the same with Instagram, but then I need another Instagram profile, and I don't really want another one.
Yeah, no, I'm sick of Instagram bloody profiles. Thing is, though, with my personal account, it's just swear words. Literally, all it is just swear words. And like, I believe like my mum and dad went on Facebook years ago, and my mum was like, she rang us one day. She goes, "There's an awful lot of swearing on your Facebook wall. Like you shouldn't, because they'll block you from Facebook and stuff like this." I was like, absolutely not. I'm gonna swear as much as I want.
I'm being authentic.
I'm being authentic, yeah. But that's it. Right, so we've got quite a few people in the chat actually. So if you state your name, cuz. Where you're from, what you're doing, what you're drinking, if you've got any drinks, if you've got any snacks or anything like this. We're going to play Gnar Bingo in just a wee while. And,
which is quite exciting. It'll be my first time playing Gnar Bingo. I've watched the live streams the past few weeks, but I've always missed that middle bit where the bingo happens. So I'm quite excited to find out how it works.
It's the most fun you'll ever have with your clothes on. Essentially,
that's a bold claim.
It's a bold statement. Get your dollars at the ready. Right, I'm going to pull up. It should be here. Nope. Stop it. There we go. Right, I'm going to pop this into the chat. That should be up there. Ribbon Black Tea shopping for a new bike.
Oh, really are going for a new bike then? After the new bike chat?
After the new bike chat. You went there, did you? You fucking went there.
What are you getting, Gareth? Just out of interest, all bikes are good bikes, so I just...
To kind of continue the theme, I've just got a new bike as well, so...
Have you? Are you allowed to share, or is that video content in the making?
It's no, I usually tell people. I mean, to be honest with you, most people will just watch my videos anyway, regardless if I told them. So I'm not really fussed. I have genuinely been interested in fixie bikes for quite some time now.
Okay.
And I am petrified of them. So I went for the safe option of getting I genuinely love this. This is really cool. So basically what it is, I think it's called a flip-flop hub. I think that's what it's called. So basically one is, I just went for hardtail. Get in, Gareth, what you got? One is a fixie. So it's basically, as you pedal, it's going. And if you stop pedaling, you brake. And then the other one is freewheeling it. Stiff 20, I think in a new Stiff 29er. Ooh. I really want a 29er. Like, because I was looking at the Vitus Summit 29er.
Uh-huh.
I think they had it in white now, which looks really nice. Baslow Coffee. Creating tech wish lists for various new projects. Tech wish lists are dangerous. dangerous because they often involve things that I'll never be able to afford. It's just like, okay, that's £16,000. God damn it. Yeah, I went and got a Santa Fixie. Do you know what? I'm going to put it up for you. Santa Fixie. It's going to take 2 weeks to get here. Because it's in Barcelona.
So they're saying 2 weeks, but with Brexit and COVID, it could well be more.
Because of Brexit and COVID.
Oh, cool.
So I'm like, okay. Wait, let's pull this up.
I imagine your desk is like office, like a space shuttle mission control thing with all the screens and clicks to pull different things up.
Kind of not. It's like it's work in progress. I am going to get like a little switchboard. Just because they are for stream, because I stream other stuff as well. Come on, you bastard. There we are. There we go. I do stream other stuff as well from another channel, which none of you are going to find out. And if you do, right? If you do actually find it out, what can I do? I'll probably send you something in the post. If you do, if you find out what it is. There we go. Right, so this is Santa Fixie bikes. Basically, I think they're kind of a UK Spanish sort of company. They operate out of Barcelona, over in Spain. They are beautiful people. I rang up and I said I had so many questions about the bike, and I said like, what's this, that, and that, and like her English was fantastic. The woman I spoke to on the phone, because I was like, I'm one of those people who I really don't like talking to people on the phone because I'm just like, it's just pure anxiety. So I spoke to her and she was like really, really lovely. She talked me through everything that I needed to know about the bikes, and basically it was just like super straightforward. But this is the company, Santa Fixie Bikes, and this is the one I went for. So I mean, obviously because it's got the black, the red, and the yellow, the tricolours, the German flag. So I was like, hell yeah. This is the setup I'm going with here. Although the rims are a bit smaller, the rims are actually Can I get a? Oh yeah. Where is it? Come back to me. I went for drop bars. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. See the gearing system there, Lou.
I'm watching on the obviously on the live stream, which is slightly delayed, isn't it? So yeah. It's just coming up on the screen now. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, and you went with the drop bars even though the picture's got the flat bars.
George just fucking hit the nail on the head there. 90s flame shirt. I used to own one of them.
Yes, who didn't? And then went to the school disco sliding on our knees with the shirt wide open.
Baggy jeans and 90s flame shirt. Hell yeah.
That same summer, we went to Legoland and we were not allowed crazy haircuts during school time. Mum wouldn't allow it. And that same summer, my dad took us outside to cut our hair and totally shaved the sides. And so we had this beastie mohawk with a flame shirt and went to Legoland like the coolest kid. And could you imagine seeing that now? that kid walking around in baggy shorts, crazy big DC skate shoes.
Yeah, mate, that was me.
Flame shirt and a mohawk.
That was me. Literally, that was me. Oh man, I had to tone it down because I went on a school trip to Germany, And I was like the most excited, and I was more excited than anybody because I was like, I'm going back home, like, because I'm from Germany, born there, raised there till God knows when, like,
Oh, cool, I didn't know that.
10, 11, and then it was just a case of like, I'm gonna go back home. I can't wait for this. This shit's gonna be fantastic. And then I remember one of like the vice principals was like, because I had like a hoodie on and I had like 3/4 length shorts on, and everyone was like, oh, did your trousers shrink? And it was like I used to get bullied loads, and I was just so excited, and I had like this. I remember I had like this skatery type necklace on, and like I remember the guy who's called Mr. Grant. He was one of the teachers there, and he was super strict. He was like really, really strict, and he was like, "Why are you dressed like that?" I was like, "I'm going on the school trip to Germany." He's like, "I don't think you are," and I was like, "You fucking what?" I was like really gutted because I was like, "Oh, I don't get to go back home again." I was like, and he was like, he went and spoke to somebody, and they came back and said, "Yeah, he's going on a school trip. Like, it's fine. Like, just and I was just like, "Oh God." Honestly, I wasn't wearing anything ringing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've picked out my best shark tooth necklace for this trip.
This is my finest jewellery. How dare you? How dare
I have my
criticize
wallet
me?
chain and everything.
Oh, wallet chains.
They were no good though if they didn't come down past your knee.
Yeah, 100%. They had to. Yeah. I feel like you and me would have been like pretty much like best
similar-
friends if we met. We had a place called Hippie Green in Newcastle where like all the goths used to hang out, and the emos and skaters and the punks, and weirdly the chavas as well, like all the chavs and stuff like that. They would all hang around there, and I was like, "The fuck is this place? It's neutral ground." Everyone just got on with each other and drank. It was so weird. But like now, if you see all the chavas and stuff like that, now they're all wearing tight jeans and Vans. I'm like, what are you doing? Could you not? That's us.
That's my thing.
That's our thing. That's our. It's not your thing. You go back to your Mira Peaks and your Borghaus. Funny story, actually. I used to work in the where Berghaus originated in the northeast in the 60s. In the actual facility, the actual building. It's like a Victorian building. It's like 100 years old or something. It's wild, but it's like different. Like there's like 4 different floors in the building. It's like a really old building. It's really cool. There's definitely some ghosts in there. I have definitely witnessed them slapping me across the face at some point in there. It was just like, oh God, I don't like it down here. And it floods as well. So on the right hand side is the freewheel. You'll notice it looks the exact double of a BMX rear end. It's and then you've got like on the left hand side there, that's the flip flop hub, I think it is anyway. That's a fixie, so it's basically just like as you pedal it goes, if you don't pedal it stops.
So you can just remove the rear wheel, turn it round.
Yeah, just literally flip it round and it's done.
I see. That makes more sense for like how it works now. I when you were describing it before, I had in my head that it was all in the same bit, and I was like, how is that going to work? That is going to let you turn, but also not let you turn at the same time. Is there a switch? But that makes way more sense.
Yeah, I'm sick of maintenance, so I'm going to get myself one of these because you don't need brakes. Yes, you do. You need brakes in England by law. But if you were to not be on the law side, actually no, it's law that you have to sell it with brakes. But I don't think there is any laws regarding because the highway code doesn't necessarily say that you have to have brakes. It's recommended, I think. So I think there's a grey area, but essentially what you do is you stopping pedaling, or if you back pedal. Or there's different ways of doing it. I think you can like do like a bunny hop, but without the front wheel, so it's literally just the back end, kind of like popping up a bit. I think those are like ways to like brake and stuff like this. So I was like, okay. Seems
so are you
weird.
taking the GoPro out on your first ride for this, please?
Well, I'm going to...
Because I imagine there'll be plenty of falling.
It's scary, mate. I don't even know how long I'm gonna last on that. But basically, this all came around because I'm starting like Deliveroo and
Oh, cool.
Uber Eats. So I was like, I'm gonna do this, but I need a bike to do it on. So this is the bike.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Oh, that'd be cool.
We'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I'm excited. Right. So, if you're in the chat, George just says on here. He says, "I miss when North Face was for outdoorsy people." This is my bug. There's another bugbear of mine as well, George. Like Berghaus was an outdoor brand, and it was just taken over by all the Chavez and stuff. They'd take them and they'd wear them like in the middle of Newcastle, even though they were meant for like sub-Antarctica or whatever like this. I'm like, stop it. But yeah, when people wear outdoor equipment, unironically, like to go out into the town or something like that, I'm like, what? It's got a purpose for it. Like the Fjallraven stuff, like some of that they've actually introduced like a casual range because there was people wearing it like unironically, like it's going out and then on a night out or something like that or whatever. It's like it's kind of made more for kind of like outdoorsy sort of stuff. It's like there's a genuine reason for this. The materials and stuff like that. People must be suffering in it, like sweating in an office building, wearing like thick, like 10 denier sort of like 10 mil thick pants and stuff like this. Like it's not meant for that.
Please turn the air conditioning on.
Please, I'm some sweltering. Right. Let's do this. I'm going to pop that here. So there we go. And then we're going to go. Right, okay, so basically if you're new to Gnar Bingo is basically, as you could possibly imagine, it's bingo. Except what we're doing is when we get, so for example, like a certain card, like I've got on one line here, a berm wipeout, bucked off the bike, front flip, tail whip, screaming. If you think that it fits that category, then go for that category, then tick it off. If you get a bingo, call it out, please. Put it into the chat so that we can see if someone's win. You don't win anything. Well, if you win anything, you get yesterday off. So you can have yesterday off. All it is just a bit of fun, and we get to watch people just absolutely wreck it. Get rickety wrecked, son. Right. So, let us begin. You got your card ready there?
I have.
Mr. Pedersen.
I have the one. Well, I presume are there a set, or is it randomly generated?
It's randomly generated.
Oh, very nice. Okay, I was going to say I've got the one with the front flip at the top left, but that won't make any difference.
Nope, it's all completely random. So for mine, I've got like load, like completely different to what I had the last time. Right, okie dokie. So let's go on here. Already, I can see that this is like, it looks sketchy. It looks super sketchy.
That's a crash waiting to happen on that, surely.
I think this, yeah. It's a booter and a half, really, isn't it?
That's massive.
Let's see what happens. Oh! It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I'm watching it in delayed time, but I could hear screaming, so I'm going to tick that one off.
I've got over the bar.
Oh, was it an over the bar too?
Over the bar.
Now I'm more excited to watch this. Oh, here we go.
There we are.
I mean, it looks sketchy as well. Is it? I don't know if that's still the one that's on the screen, but it looks sketchy with with all the logs piled in the side.
Do you know what it is? Or like, it could just be a case of like it's one
Ooh.
view. I've just shared my screen with you, so you should
Yes,
see.
I can see it.
You might be able to see it real time then. I think it's part of a bigger sort of network of stuff. So let's see.
Ooh. Oh,
It's the noise.
that was going to be a hardly moving stack. The second one, this drop here.
100%.
Oh, I mean, he's stopped there, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's just like, let's see it again.
And that's so easy to do as well.
I mean, looking at the position
It's got
there,
the little-
he looks fine.
Yeah. It's the little dip on the landing. Can you see it?
Oh yes, I see
little
it. That's gonna
hit
upset
it, so
a few
it's
people.
looking fine. He's all good. A bit nose heavy, but then his front wheel will roll into this little. Ooh, and it just spins it slightly.
Oh, you know what he's done, don't
Oh,
you?
yes, I can see that. Is there a? No, I don't have one for that. I was looking for a
Like a jam or something. We'll have to add it to the.
yeah, or like a rear wheel bottom scrape.
Bottom scrape.
Yeah, you can take that. You can put it on cards next time. I'll give you that one.
There you are. Hardly moving stack. There we go. Poor bloke.
Yeah, they always hurt bad too.
Well, that was slow. Oh,
Whoa, he sent it too hard.
brakes didn't work there.
Bleed your brakes.
Yeah, bleed your brakes, please. What?
Whoa! What happened there? He let us go of his bike. Oh, that is not that's not pleasant.
At this moment. Oh.
Good job he had a full face on. That's all I can say.
Oh, the noise as well.
Oh shit! You okay?
Oh, that's gonna scrape. Right, let's go back. So this one was like, would you say it's bucked off the bike?
I don't know because he almost doesn't have the bike.
Yeah.
I mean, if you scrub through this now, he's on the bike, and then he lets go there of the bike.
Yeah, he hasn't been bucked
Oh.
off it.
They're kind of not on it. That's a bail. There's surely a bail.
Oh,
That one was bucked off. Because it just went. Oh no, because like a bucked off would be like it springs and then throws you over, wouldn't it?
Yeah. What's wrong with this one? This is just front wheel washout, maybe.
oh shit!
Nothing on here.
No.
We're not to keep adding to this as well.
You okay?
Madness. Utter madness. Look at this. This is the
That's
sketchiest
deep.
thing ever.
Whoa.
Surprised he kept that.
Oh, he was so close to riding that away as well.
But look, how long was he in the air for though?
Yeah.
So much
Oh.
silence. That was a
The
front wheel going
drops.
in
The
there.
drop's fine there. It was the bit after. What?
Come on, man. Come on.
That's a sizable drop.
That noise as well, that squeak, that's got to be metal. Snapping.
Do we take it as a rear triangle or a snapped frame though?
We didn't have any evidence of it.
No.
Sounds like a 90s soul group, this music. You better believe it, Gareth. This is Twitch and stream chill.
See, is that a book?
Yeah,
Or is it a front break
That's-
issue?
that's a book.
I think we could take it either way, can't you?
Yeah, because
Ooh.
it's like it's
It almost looks... Go on, sorry.
it's compressed and then it's expanded, so he's
Yeah, it
chucked
almost
up.
looks like he's grabbed a handful of front brake as he's landed that to just... to throw him over.
where have we got booked off the bike.
You see the bike?
Oh, hey!
That's another hardly moving stack. If you didn't pick one up early, you can have that.
Oh, that one. That one, you bastard.
Whoa!
Oh, we knew that was. You just knew that was going to end in tears. I mean, at
And
that
his,
point-
his shapes here is fine, isn't it?
it's
But here,
there.
Dead Sailor.
Yeah,
I'm taking that. Dead Sailor.
Dead Sailor.
He just went all stiff, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, fair play, because I aren't sending those things either, so...
Oh, absolutely not. But it's still fun to look at.
Oh.
Kids!
Figured out what happened. Yeah.
What?
That's commitment, too.
Kids are fearless. I'm petrified of teaching kids on the slopes because they're like, "Can we do the jumps?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we can do the jumps." And then it's like you just see them like 20 foot in the air and they're like backflipping. And you're like, "Ah, no, I'm gonna get sacked."
Oh, no! His foot slips off.
Figured out.
Oh no, it
Literally it.
snaps
Isn't it?
as he
Isn't it? It's
lands.
I think it's his right foot that falls off.
There, yeah, it
Just
came
slips
off.
it. Just a
Yeah,
slipped pedal, isn't
slips.
it?
Pedal slip.
That's on brand. That's on brand.
Should have put pedal slip on.
Yeah, that almost makes it sound like this is pre-planned, but it 100% wasn't.
It's all fixed.
That's.
No.
I think you would have
Oh.
been absolutely fine.
I feel for him there.
Figured out what happened. Yeah.
Oh,
This is for William, is it not?
it looks like it.
Never
looks like-
strange. Oh lord. It's so narrow as well.
Oh no. Figured out what happened. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that was front brake. I've got OTB.
yeah. Fair play to him though, straight off the track.
Straight
This
off the
jump
track, yeah.
line
It's one of my bugbears.
did not end well. You okay?
This
His
jump line
bag went
did not
weird
end
too because
well.
Fine.
it's attached to his bag. Is it his bag or his shirt? But it gets
This
attached
jump
and
line.
dragged along. Clothing snag. Don't have that either.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Did not end well. You okay?
Oh no. That is a rash.
I'll change your gear at this moment. Yeah.
Chase,
okay,
chase,
mate.
chase.
Ah!
Woo.
Why would you change gear on this bit? Forward planning, my man. Forward planning.
Yeah, it's shifting down as well, isn't it?
Chase, chase, chase.
Yeah.
Maybe his mate in front's holding him up.
Zoop. Oh, slow motion. Oh.
Oh. Does he hold it? No.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Whoa, his helmet's off.
Helmet's off.
Oh, fasten your helmets.
Good
What's the
lord.
point in wearing it if it's gonna fall off?
Yeah. I love the crashes where people actually lose their shoes.
Oh, it's totally off. Compression. Do we take that as a broken helmet?
I think so. I think
A
I saw a
helmet crack.
little-
It's got to be after that, surely. I mean, there's no
Yeah.
evidence, but if it's off, that visor's not surviving. That's got to be a
Absolutely
helmet
not.
crack.
Fort Bill? Yeah. It was Gareth, wasn't it? It was Fort Bill. It's just got a new line in there.
Such a classic trail, isn't it? For recognising it with the rocks at either side and the little mini rock gardens in between.
Oh, yeah.
Compression.
Oh, I think I Fort Bill there, didn't
Way
Oh!
too slow.
Shit.
we? Yeah. I admire the
Their commitment. Fair
commitment
play,
to
but
it. I mean, this guy as well. I mean, this guy's a big dude as well. And it's not easy for the bigger guys to hit bits and pieces like this. Because, like, sometimes the weight when the weight goes down and it compresses, it'll really throw you back over. So, like, fair play to him hitting something like this. But this guy, though. It was
And
a
he
heavy
tried.
stroke as
Shit.
well.
See him. Yeah.
It was just like
you
a-
can
it
see
was-
him compress the forks and hope that he's gonna.
Yeah.
Come on, pull it. No
But
way.
his gear as well. I think his gear was slightly off. Yeah, look at that.
Oh!
That's uphill gear there.
Ooh. That's a face plant and a half. That.
Tracy. Is he Scorpion?
Ugh.
Sort of. Yeah.
Oh, these are so.
Oh,
I'm gonna have nightmares after this.
this is gonna be me when I get back onto the trails. Did he make the noise? Like the compression of your chest. Nah. Some heavy breathing. He flew.
Take time.
Oh no.
He took off like upside down nearly.
Take time.
He can take it.
Oh no, that's heartbreaking. That's absolutely.
Where did that come from?
Could you imagine falling off there, stopping, coming to a stop on the bridge, looking at either side and thinking, thank goodness I didn't die. My bike's still there. Everything is fine. I can pick this up and carry on. Oh no, I can't because there's a
Switch
boulder.
to Google
Boulders
Pixel
just
with a
chased
studio
after us.
quality camera.
That's insane.
Switch from pretty good photos to stunning photos in low light.
Oh, come on. Don't like that.
So you can even capture crystal clear shots of the stars. Switch to Google Pixel, now from just
You don't even
£309.
get any revenue for these, do you?
Yeah. Nothing. Oh, Lord.
Oh, that's cool.
I like that one.
That's a really cool feature. We're
It's like
struggling
a-
for the word there.
A seesaw, but it's like well, they call it a teeter-totter over there, don't they?
Yeah. But sort of half could be a drop if you wanted it to be. That's cool. Loop
Yeah.
out.
Cool. I like that. Friday Trails. Pink bike. Can I just say, while we're going on about stuff, pink bike, you fucking sort yourselves out. What's this reality TV show that they've been doing with Jason Lucas? Have you seen
The
it?
Pink Bike Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not a fan?
Nah. Clearly, I don't like fun. No.
I watched the first few. I didn't see it all the way to the end. I know who won.
There's a reason for that then.
I watched the first few.
It just wasn't for me. It's like,
No.
nah. If I wanted to watch Jason Lucas do some good presenting, I'd go and watch Mahalo, my dude. Or was it Mahalo, my dude, when he was...
Or IFHT?
IFHT, yeah.
HFT, that one.
Yeah.
The one with the bear as the logo.
Yeah. 100%. I was like, oh, that's much better. Not a fan. But, what are you going to do about it? Oh,
Steez.
smooth. Oh!
A backflip booter.
Backflip booter.
I'm also going to take that as Brap.
You're going to take that as a brap as well, yeah?
I think the steez of that.
Brap!
I know it's usually reserved for berms, but I think with that style he's throwing in, someone could quite happily be shouting at the side.
Where's my backflip? Backflip booter. There we go. I'm doing all right. I mean,
Oh.
that was a casual Sunday ride, and you know, the upright position as
That's-
well.
Every crash ever.
Go on, son. Look how upright he is.
Did you
he
just slide
sitting-
out? Can we
Was
take
he
that as a
sitting
slide
down?
out?
Nah.
Nah, I think it's more of a too much bounce, isn't it? Rather than sliding out.
Oh, nice.
You right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, big case.
You right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Ah, George has got a bingo!
What?
George is actually the first to have a bingo. George is the first to get a bingo.
Oh,
How
I'm not
hard is
even.
that?
I'm not even
Well done,
halfway
George.
yet.
You get yesterday off.
You right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Congratulations. Oh,
Also, can I point out as well, I really want people to get better at their photography and camera skills. 'Cause I'm sick of this shit where it's like behind a bush and it's just like, "Ooh."
shaky video. Low light. Yeah.
Do better than this. Oh, okay. Oh!
That was close as well. Ooh. Bike looks okay though.
Yeah, it looks fine. I was expecting.
As bad as it's, is it bad that I'm now waiting for a rear triangle snap, and I'm hoping that comes up. Is that bad?
Nah, I'm rear triangle snap. I need.
Like
Like
these have all
snap
happened
rear.
in the past already, so wanting them to happen isn't going to change anything. That doesn't make me a horrible person.
Absolutely not. Will it on? Oh,
Oh,
we nearly had it.
Oh, he gets up, hands up. I'm alive.
Hopefully the bike's alright. George is saying he sent proof to you, Lou.
Oh, here we go.
I got that on camera.
Ah, he's. Are we playing Full House or Line?
Lines.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
it's a line.
He has a
Should've
line.
mentioned that. Yeah.
He's not cheating. Kid sending it. Helmet
on you,
crack.
George.
Hardly needing stack. Too fast. And a brat.
Back. Ow! Ooh!
Oh, that bike flying.
What the fuck? I feel like we should have had like Sam Pilgrim kind of jump up from the side and bike to the sky.
I mean, he's hauling as well. Oh. Oh. Another backflip.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's slide. That's a slide.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
death.
speed ramp. Uh-oh.
You okay?
Straight up on his feet.
Yeah, man. Was that? Those ramps hurt as well.
Crowd. That's a crowd involvement. Can we say that? They weren't really involved in the crash. Ooh. They always look worse from the first person point of view, don't they?
Oh, lovely line. Not so lovely execution, but lovely line.
It looks steep though. You know it's really steep when it's steep on camera.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, that's my worst nightmare.
Did he go over the top of that?
Yeah, he did. Hesitate.
Nice bike though.
Oh yeah. You can tell he was looking at that going, nah.
That's the slide. Oh.
The velocity, the pure hatred of which he hit the ground. Damn it.
Ah.
Oh! Oh, you good? Oh!
Fair play. Get your bike. Get your bike.
Oh!
Starts washing
Oh, you good? Oh!
Get it.
Oh, that was where was it? Wipeout.
Oh yeah.
You got that.
Hey, bingo.
Oh, you got bingo. Get in.
Burn wipeout. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking the brap. With the
hell.
steeds of that guy. Screaming, helmet crack on a burn wipeout.
360. Over rotated.
Oh,
Coccyx.
oh, so close. Ow. Oh dear.
It's embarrassing that.
Oh.
That's steep as well. I would have hesitated there.
Oh.
Naughty. Right. Well, that was Gnar Bingo. Thank you to everyone who's won.
Thank you for hosting it also. Good way to spend a Friday night.
It's not bad. I want to get a few people together, have a few beers, watch some silly gnarly stuff, you know, and that's it. Right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to shoot off because I'm starving and I'm making homemade fish and chips. That's what I'm doing tonight. I'm going to do that. So, yeah, thank you to everyone who's showed up, and we've had a good rant. We've put the world to right.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's been a good little session. I'm gonna chop that down. There we go. Right. So, thank you again to everyone for coming along. If you want to go check out Lou, he's all on Pedal Slip. If you watch any of my photography videos or something like that, I think usually I'll have you like mentioned in it somewhere as well. There's all sorts of places, but just go on Instagram and go find Pedal Slip Lou. Anything else that you want to shout out as well? You do the helmet doodles as well? If you'd like.
Yeah, I've had a lot of projects. So you can find me on Instagram at pedal_slip, Twitter at pedalslip. Managed to get the one with all the all together there without the underscore. Pedalslip.com, and coming soon you can find us on all of your podcast streaming apps. We're going to start a new podcast, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
It will not be called Pedal Slip, it'll be called Media Squid.
Media Squid. I love the term squid.
we're gonna take that on. So
You need to do a media squid type tattoo, or a squid with a camera, and I will say this live on air. I will get that tattooed.
you are in luck.
I
have
have-
already sketched it, and there's
I actually
some
have the
stickers
guy.
pins.
I actually have the guy, and I will send you a link to his stuff as well, Lou. I have a guy that will do your style of artwork perfect as well. He's very good. Excellent.
Cool. That will
Great
make some
success.
points.
Right. So, I'm really bad at goodbyes. So, thank you to everyone. I hope you have enjoyed tonight's live stream as well. I'll be seeing you all next Friday. Videos out tomorrow as well. Composition, which is equally as important as light, as well as Mr. Lou will tell you.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
And in the meantime, you definitely need to check out the Northern Rider Instagram page. You need to subscribe down below. Just go down now, press subscribe,
Just do it.
hit
Just
the
do
thumbs up button, because that will help his channel grow. I get
Please.
nothing out of this myself, so this is just between you and me now. Head down, press subscribe, send the little bell on, because that's
There you go.
always great, so you get notified.
you've been told.
And it's well worth watching. Entertainment and value, just as we talked about at the beginning.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
And truth and honesty.
You're a good man. You're a good man. Don't let anyone tell you anything else. Thank you. Right. And on that note, I'm going to go and make me fish and chip supper. Supper. Nah, it doesn't feel right. Fish and chips with me tea. Right. I'll see all you lovely bastards next week, Friday, and I'll be available for chats at any point in time. If anyone wants to chat about anything, if they're struggling with anything, or if they're just not happy with anything at all, drop us a message. I'm an easy listener. I'm quite happy to chat to you and stuff like this. And if you need any help with anything photography related or not, please do give us a shout. And check out the video tomorrow as well. Check out Pedal Slip, and all is good. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.